Hey everybody, we are back. We're having some volume problem, hearing problem. So if you can get on and let us know if you can hear us. So, can you hear us? Let us know if you can hear us, okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Sabrina said she can hear us. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this a base coat with a flat paintbrush. Sure, a little wet. With our limoncello, because it has a really good base coat. I'm just gonna paint over everything. Paintbrush is a little wet. What are those dogs chewing? Big house, they're gonna stand right here. You can go ahead and just go over top of your leaf if you want to. I'm gonna come back and paint that green. Perfect. I have to type something in here so I see. Oh, that's not it. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Woo. Perfect, she can hear. They can hear, they can hear. So you know what I did? And it's classic me when I don't have my tool. Hello, John's my tool, I know. When I don't have him around, I do cluster F stuff, and I know you know what I'm talking about. And so when I put my phone in the stand, I hit the emergency buttons. And so instead of, and it was just right when I was gonna press live, instead of backing out and redoing it, I just was like, oh, what the hey? What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? Okay, something else I'm gonna paint yellow is I'm gonna give the sunflower a base coat. And if you want the etch lines to show a little bit better, take your pokey tool, your toothbrush, nope, that's it, not it, the toothpick, and like clean your holes. I'm looking for my pokey tool. I am not seeing it. Lord knows I've been out of toothpicks for a while. I have it. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a second. It is, I also unplug my paint containers with this sucker. And I have 50 of them, so I should be like putting some more in the game. Put me in, coach. Just want to keep my etched line for the pumpkin nice and clean. Okay, so I don't want you to have a heart attack because I know we can handle this. I want to be clear that the etched line stops here on both sides. And mainly the reason is the leaf covers that up. Don't have a heart attack. Okay. We get through it. What's up?
Oh, she's laughing at
you. Oh, you're laughing at me? Okay. So if you have any questions, type them in. Sabrina's going to read them off to me. She's having a little of that upper respiratory virus that's just going around. So she's a little sniffly, but still, oh, so cute. Hello, Ellen. How are you? Well, it's not John today. It's Sabrina. Sabrina's here. Oops, I got yellow on that. Figures. Okay, so I'm just showing you. This is one side. Painted it earlier. Yours will be bigger. You know how John likes to give me small stuff, and we like to tell him make it bigger. Yours will be a little bit bigger. Because I looked at him. I said it's really cute, but I was looking for a little bit more of a focal point, if you know what I mean. And he was like, but I asked you how big I should make it. Hold on, I'm gonna give this a shimmy shake. And of course I was like, well, I said, so big.
Hi, Donna. Hi, Ellen.
Oh, Donna.
How are you guys today?
Donna's in the house and Donna can hear us. Go ahead, say it again.
I asked how they were doing today.
Oops. So, and the microphone's over here on the phone. I'm sure you knew that. So I'm just gonna give a base coat to the leaves. This one goes underneath the sunflowers. This little one goes on top of the pumpkin carriage. I mean, were you guys thinking, oh, Cinderella's in the house when I pulled out this one, this design? I know you were thinking that because I was like, bibbity bobbity boo. It's on. And I know this one isn't going to appeal to everyone, but it's so cute for those of us that love their Disneyland, their princesses. Speaking of which, who's your favorite Disney princess? I know who I have as favorites and not favorites and why, and you might not agree, and that's okay. Sometimes it's because, oh, you used to watch it with your mom and maybe she's no longer with you, or, you know, a memory. Sabrina, who's your favorite Disney princess?
I think Snow White.
Oh, isn't that so sweet? They really need to do Snow White, don't you guys think? We should have a redo of Snow White. They did when?
Remember? It was just called like Snow.
Oh, I did like that one.
I don't know if that was officially Snow White.
I don't think so. I don't know. I really like Snow White and Ever. No, it's not Ever After. What was that one that we watch all the time? Once Upon a Time. Because she kicked butt. Okay, I'm giving this back wheel a base coat, and you don't have to because there's going to be a front wheel, but I know it makes a lot of us feel good having that taken care of. So,
who's your favorite Disney princess?
Okay, so I really like Mulan for so many reasons. I mean, she wasn't a princess, I know, guys, I know, but she kind of was. Was she portrayed, and I mean the cartoon version, was she portrayed accurately? I don't know. That's not an argument for me. But what I like about, you know, the way she was written was she was a very strong, charismatic, independent woman, which is how I raised my daughters. Oh, yeah, I was just thinking, Donna, that I wanted to see that soon. Have you ever watched that one, Sabrina?
I don't think so.
There was like Leonardo da Vinci in that one. I love that. That was a good Cinderella.
Karen says that her favorite is Snow White as well.
Snow White. So is it Karen W?
Yes.
I cannot believe it, but we have like 8 or 9 very active Karen names from Karen P. 2 Karen P's. I don't have to get super perfect on this. Karen W. And so I always have to clarify.
Let's see. Angie says that she loves the Cinderella.
Cinderella,
And
Cinderella.
then Ellen says that she thought about painting hers as a Cinderella carriage.
Yes. In fact, if I were to make several of these, which I might do them a lot like the pumpkins from last week. Make one bluish white. Paint vines on it. You don't have to just stick to these little doodads. You can, you know, paint all you want. Get all kinds of artsy-fartsy. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and paint these wheels. Most of the time that we paint is going to be spent with some highlighting and low lighting of basically the pumpkin and the leaves, if that makes sense. I know you're like, whoa, she's whipping through there, but honestly.
Oh, we have Mama and 2 baby deers outside right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Guys, did you see the photo of our moose today? Okay, the dog.
Lula from shipping.
Lula from shipping is very upset. She can hear those deer outside. Some weeks she sits here and snores, but I guess tonight will not be one of those nights. Okay, so for my canopy and my doors, I use cream and white mixed together. I used our vanilla cream. If you don't have vanilla, you know, like if you don't get it or whatever, you don't have any, you don't like it, I just make it from white, a little bit of brown, and a dot of yellow for brightness. What's up, Blue? And after all that, I still forgot white paint.
So Donna says that she's not sure she has a favorite Disney princess and that she likes secondary characters the most.
I'm not surprised.
So I like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. Who's your favorite, Donna? And then Christy Perez says that she just got here and she's a little bit late.
Hi, Christy. I'll see you tomorrow. Is it okay if I bring your biggie box in? I was thinking, we're painting the Pumpkin Carriage Lumiere. Tonight, it's two-sided, so you could put this one on your table with pumpkins all around it, and your guests would see, you know, this on both sides. I can't say that all the designs are like that. A lot of times the designs are meant to be hugging a wall or a mantle. Okay, so remember, if you want your little etched lines to show, don't paint real heavy or use a sponge. I'm looking to get done sometime tonight. So in order to make it a little bit more 3D-ish, you're gonna bring in a little bit of brown. I tried really hard to do it with a sponge, but it was difficult. And you're going to put the brown on top and underneath, mainly underneath, but I did put some on top too. The planks that go sideways, just to hint at a little bit of a shadow. It's not that difficult. I know you got it. You got it. You got it.
So are you making this side yellow?
No. So the yellow, that's a great question. The yellow is just a base coat I used on this one. So the yellow we have, our limoncello yellow, has a fantastic base coat. I do like to use it a lot underneath other colors, and it allowed for some brightness and this pumpkin that I wouldn't have normally been able to achieve. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
All three of those are great picks. Donna said that she likes Stitch, Groot, and Edna.
Edna.
I forget about Edna. She's fun.
Unless I'm on that ride at Disneyland.
Yeah.
Edna. No capes. Yeah, Stitch is a huge favorite of Sabrina's. A huge favorite. I'm just going to hit these wheels one more time. I made mine quite a bit darker, I guess. I'm going to add a little bit more black in there. They just morphed. Sabrina's just trying to recover from that crud that I'm sure everyone has. I had it a couple weeks ago. And then I just did kind of a bluish color for the wheels. It's for Island Blue, but I added, did I add white to it? I don't remember now. Nope, I did not. I don't need very much.
Pat says hello.
Hey Pat, how you doing, girl?
And they're happy to see you painting such a beautiful piece.
Oh, hey, I got some skills. I can do it. I can do it. Thank you. This one's not difficult. I'd say a 1.5 mojito, maybe 2, only because it has a second side. It's just layers. So keep your blow dryers handy. I saw your request today's Pat for a couple of these added to your wholesale order. Yes, yes. Just gonna give this bird. So I think, is that stuck on there? Okay, so the birds are etched differently. So one could go one direction, one could go the other. I just freeformed mine because I didn't realize I had a second crow, and I went, oh my gosh, he etched the wrong side. I'm gonna have to put it here. And then it felt weighted to me that this side had too much happening. So I stuck it on the other side. But just know you can do this. You're just gonna paint them black. Pull out your paint pens if you need them, or what have you. Okay, does anybody here one-step paintbrush? No, that's not right. One-step paint, I think is what it's called. I can show you a very loose version. I don't know why you'd want to see it, but I used it a little bit for my leaves and my pumpkin, and then I honestly went, okay, the way I paint is normally way easier, so I just kind of reverted to what I feel works for me. But every now and then I feel like, oh, I should get a little artsy-fartsy. So I have some, we got clementine and then our terracotta orange. So our bright, darn it, come on. Just put that wherever. Our bright yellow, I'm just gonna deepen it just a little bit with some orange. We've got this. It's not rocket science, just a little bit. And on one side of the sunflower, I'm just gonna put a couple brush strokes. One step, it's one step, I think it's one step painting. Ugh, it's a blending you do. There's a lady who teaches it. It's not me, it's not my brainchild, so to speak. I've always meant to take it, honestly, to take these classes because they make it look so fun and easy, but I'm a careless, quick, lazy painter, and somehow it always seems to kind of come together. But for those of you that are a little bit more precise, let me see if I can't figure it out tonight. Okay, so on 3/4 of my paintbrush, I'm going to put in some dark green. Okay, so I'm going to turn it over. So about 3/4 of it I use. And then I want the flip side of the paintbrush to be the same. So I'm going to drag it this way. Yeah, it's not exactly the same. And then the rest of the paintbrush is reserved for like the yellow. Let me see if I can do it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And they're gonna blend a little and it's okay. And then I have to get this side. Okay? And then the premise is when you paint, there's yellow on both sides. When you paint, you're going to get the dark color and the light color all in one quick brush stroke. It's a great way to do leaves free-handed or flowers. I'm just going to show you this, though I'm probably going to go back and fix it. So I'm just going to, I'm trying to see, okay. I'm just going to go whoop, okay, pretty easy peasy. And then I'm going to do it again here. I don't like it as much there. I can tell you that right now. So I'm going to go back in and get a little bit more yellow.
Well, that's cool.
And you get your streaks at the same time. Okay, here we go. Whoop. Just going to twist my paintbrush at the same time. Okay. So then you'll go back and you'll play with it a little bit. And you're using very specialized paintbrushes, but they are flat paintbrushes. So you're getting some highlights, you're getting some lowlights. There's somebody that teaches this. The classes are a little spendy, and I've never really had the time to do it. But what I like to do, here, let me just do it on this one. I'm gonna paint this one green. Here's what I like to do while it's wet. And my leaf is gonna go this way. It's gonna match this one. While it's wet, double loading, yep. Well, in canvas painting, double loading means just dipping in more than one color at a time and not like loading that specifically, but yeah. Okay, so for this one, this is just how I do it. While it's wet, I mainly take my green out. I'm gonna come in with a little bit of yellow. Maybe take some of it off. And while it's wet, I'm just gonna whoop, get it in there.
So I have some questions for you.
Yes.
Ellen wants to know if this is similar to tool painting as far as shading.
So,
or is it considered double loading?
Okay, so I don't consider it double loading, though, I mean, technically it probably is, only because what I learned what double loading is taking more than one color at a time and not necessarily loading your paintbrush very specifically. That is my definition just from, classes I've taken.
And then Pat wants to know if we need to incorporate the sound effects too to get the same result.
Did I do something?
You went whoop, whoop.
Yep.
Whoop.
Oh yeah, I'm a whooper. I'm a whoop. I'm like Bigfoot.
And then basically loading your brush with the colors but not quite blending them. Is that correct?
You got to blend them a little bit. Tool painting. A lot of people, I think they're calling it the same thing. I think the lady who started teaching these classes years ago, and then of course everything exploded with COVID. Sorry, I needed a drink. I think she probably had to call it something different. And I'm pretty sure, I'll go find out what it is.
And then back on the topic of Disney, Donna says that her favorite ride at California Adventure is the Incredicoaster roller coaster and the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh my gosh, I guess we can't be friends anymore.
I preferred the, what was it called? Tower Terror.
Tower Terror.
I still like the Guardians of the Galaxy, but I feel like I like the OG a little bit better.
So, okay, I'm going to put a little highlight on here. I have my flat paintbrush. These ones I just got from Amazon. I bought like 15 at a time because I really go through them. And I just brush stroke and keep the paintbrush bristles the same. I'm just going to put a little, I made this one a little darker. So Donna, have you, I went a little darker in this one. A little smearier. Have to fix it. Donna, did you ever watch, Dwayne Johnson made a series on the Disney, great, that happens, Disney Channel, behind the, what's it called, behind the attraction. And, you know, basically they take one attraction, tear it down, talk about it, what it looks like in all the countries, how different they are and why, where does the attraction go.
So Donna wants to know if you're a ride chicken.
Yes. I barf
She
easily.
claims she's motion sickness.
I wear a band, so it's helpful. But there's a couple rides that will shut me down, and so I try hard not to. Why? So help me out here. Oh, that's the front. Okay.
How many sides are you painting?
I'm painting the inside and the outside.
Oh, Donna says that you froze in the middle of your question.
Oh, okay. Let me pop that out there again. Oh, sure. I was just reading what Colleen said. Yes, I absolutely will send you the link. Yes, I really like these brushes too. Yes, for some of the canvas kits we sent out, this was what we used just because, you know, they were a little bit more fine. And you're probably very careful with your paintbrushes and your paintings. I'm not. So I eat mine up pretty good. Okay, so the leaf is gonna cover that up, and I'm coming down. And just pretend, remember, we're not gonna freak out. See, that's gonna cover it up. So what I did was that two-step painting here with the cream on one side and the dark brown. But I didn't love it any more than I liked the other stuff. So I just came in and I did my work on the second layer. So let's let that dry. Remember, this is gonna have a covering. Ta-da! So does everything have one coat except for some of the wood pieces? Which, that's gonna bore me to paint, so I'm not gonna do it. I'll come back later, or I'll make Sabrina do it. Okay, so the, what I also did on the sunflower was I went into my cream and I loaded up the top, and on one side, the opposite side from the shaded side, I just came in and put in a little curve, which this paintbrush, okay, so here's what you need to know. Flat brushes, see how it's flat and squared, don't like to do curves. I mean, why would they? It's not in their nature to want to do curves. Oh my gosh, Lula. But I'm forcing it. Forcing it. All right.
Pat says that she loves how that looks. Patty.
Oh, good. It's just a little bit of this and a little bit of that. All right, so I'm going to fill the center in with a dark brown. And then I'll show you how, personally, I do my sunflowers. So we're going to let this dry. And I do them different than everyone else. I'm sure everyone has their own way. So if you felt like this was too contrasty, you can always come back in with that first lemon again, or even that bright yellow. Okay, so let's talk a little shading. So I did go a little darker. on this brown because I did this one over in the workshop, which I forgot this morning, but it's okay. It'll be on the flip side. Nobody will know. I'm gonna take a small square paintbrush, small, if I can find one. Oh, I have a filbert. This one's probably the same. Get it wet, dry it off. I'm gonna come in with the brown, get it wet. Tried to do it with a sponge, it didn't really work right. So I'm just gonna come underneath, a little bit more paint. And I'm gonna do some shading just underneath. Just popping it in there, underneath the beam. That'll help it look a little 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional. How many dimensions are we going for? And then I just put it at the top too because I'm a silly girl. Okay, there you go. You can see mine are a little bit darker than earlier today. And then I dip and dot the nail holes. Why? They're not etched on. I was surprised as you, I know, but again, we have this. So find a small paintbrush that you really like, or if you've got one of the doctors. Yeah, I hate these. A lot of you guys can use them very, very well, probably because you clean your tools. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with a really dark brown, and I'm just gonna whoop one. And now it's gonna be nice though. It's gonna be really nice to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Count them out. You gotta count them out. Oh, good grief. Could you stick her outside for me, Bree?
I think Sean and Megan are out at
That's
the pool.
okay. They can bark at Sean and Megan. Outside. Outside. Oh, I'm looking and I put a little bit of brown. I know she's killing me with a coffee cup. Just gonna highlight a little bit there. Okay. Pretty simple. Everything's going great. I'm gonna give my pumpkin a second coat. So if you're just joining, we're doing our pumpkin carriage. It's 2-sided. And then with the spacer, you know, the spacer in between, it's chunky, you know what I mean? This is mine with a really short flameless candle. This is the one I used in the photograph today. I like how it photographed. How weird, I know. Okay, you're gonna definitely wanna paint the inside. Oh, let's do that real quick. Let's paint the inside. I did mine yellow first on the original.
She's barking at the deer.
Just so it looks good from all angles. This is our terracotta. Oops. Well, that'll be a little much. All right, little malfunction junction there. I got carried away.
Are there assembly instructions that they can print out?
So no, there might be actually. At the moment there aren't, and so when I do this, it's a really good, when I do it live, we put the video on YouTube for a resource, but then it's also a very great opportunity for me to gauge, do we need more instructions? I don't know. Like, for example, how many trucks have we put together, you guys together? 600, I don't know, 3 million. And we had our very first ask or request for instructions. And I was like, shoot, did you guys need these all the time? So you gotta ask a lot of times. And if I have a video, it's easy enough for me to just take a screenshot. I should probably let this dry. Right, boss?
Yeah.
Okay. I painted my my leaf orange.
Pat said that she loves your YouTube videos.
Yeah. Okay. You're sweet. I get a lot of comments like, you talk too much. I'm like, yeah, keep on moving. Keep moving. You're not one of my people. My people talk too much too. Okay, so on the inside, just whatever's gonna be showing, come in, make it delightful. I think if you're gonna do a really good job, you're gonna have to up that mojito amount to maybe 2.5 mojitos or 3. Oh, Pat, you're just so kind. Pat is so kind.
Joanne.
That is my foot. That wasn't me.
Joanne said that she missed the first part. Will this be able to stand up on itself?
Yeah, so here's a photo. I didn't have this glued together when I took the photo. I honestly had it braced against the wall. We're basically building a box on the inside. But since John's not here.
I'm trying my best.
No. Are you going to help me with the box?
Oh, no.
You might have to come over here and get... Okay. He normally walks me through the technical assembly. You know what I mean? You poor thing. I'm sorry you're so sniffly.
Pat says that she likes your videos every time.
Oh, Pat.
Colleen says yes.
Yes. She needs
I think she was saying yes to me. I said, who thinks she should put glitter on it?
Oh.
Unless you said something.
Yes. Well, I did say the assembly instructions, so.
She likes the beautiful Harley orange.
Yeah, it's definitely Harley orange. I like it. That's what I should call it instead of terracotta. Terracotta's kind of like 1960s house color or something. Or my bedroom when I moved in. And somebody said, oh, that color's back. And I'm like, of course it's back. I just removed it. Okay, so you want to definitely paint your buttons a second time. Probably won't because you know how to do that. I'm going to make, okay, so I have some red. The red that comes with your kit. You can mix it with orange if you want to. And I'm just going to follow what I did with the dots. I put one at the top, a couple in the center. Oop. You're gonna have to have yourself a nice little well of paint. Polka dots rock. Okay.
So where are you going to be putting glitter at?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the crow, the leaves.
Maybe.
Except my black glitter is more of a chunky than a shimmery. If you guys know what I mean. It's like they stained.
Do you have brown glitter?
No. I have like a coppery glitter. I feel like this one needs more, like right there. There. We are complete.
That'd be nice to make a Cinderella one and put blue glitter on it.
Yeah. So I might have to do that. May have to do that. Okay. I'm gonna put this aside. I'm gonna start working on my pumpkin. So when I come back, I'll definitely, this will be dry and I can put my leaf back in as God intended. Green. So let me flip this over. Okay. So what I really did was I tried to make the center, let's see if you can see it here, because I think it showed up better in the photograph than in real life. The center lighter than the other, what are we gonna call them? Cells. That's what we're gonna call them. Why does it look like I got a back hump? I'm looking at it here, it doesn't look like that at all. That's crazy. Oh, it's the back piece coming through. That was driving me nuts. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the lightest orange we have, which is clementine, and I'm gonna do the inside. It is pretty bright, but our clementine, I really like the orange. And let me clean out my flat brush, and it's just a 1/2 inch flat. So, and I like the bristles pretty much always stay together pretty good. And if I fill in my etching hole, I'll just come back with a toothpick or whatever and clean out the paint before it dries. So you'll get the paint colors we use in this project. Okay, I want to talk about the boo boxes really quick. Thank you, everybody. If you're on our VIP list, you've heard about the boo boxes and you heard about them on Friday. And we only are making so many, and that's it. And we are so close to, I mean, like you guys almost bought it out. And what I haven't figured out what language to use. Is if somebody's like, well, how can we get on your VIP list? The computer software takes care of that for me. And basically, it's pretty simple. You open an email and you click a button. It doesn't even pick, I think, if you've purchased, I think. So if you open and you click, and then you will get special offers before they go out to the public. And probably when I wake up in the morning, the boo boxes will be sold out. And I don't really know how to use language to let people know, hey, open an email. You don't have to buy anything. You don't even have to read the email. But you get on a special. The software puts you in a list if you open and click. It measures stuff that way. Stuff that is incredibly boring for everybody. But then you'd be the first to know if we have a special that we're not going to have very many of, or it's reduced for a very short time. Does that make sense to you guys? What's Pat want to know about the sections? So if you're just joining, this is a shelf sitter. I would put mine on my table because it's double-sided, and they don't have to be identical. I made a couple different choices on this one. Oh, there you go. Pauline, that's so much nicer. I was like, mine's coming off a little abrasive because I was pretty much I didn't send it because I was like, nope. Nope, it doesn't. I think it's kind of alienating people, but yes, that's great. I like that. Thank you.
So after that, she says, then click here, no obligation.
There you go.
That's perfect.
Yes, yes, I love it. I love it. And that's why, and you work in an office and you're so good at that stuff. A lot of times I get in my head or I send something out and I offended somebody. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the next one. I quickly gave it a second coat, okay? I do most of my highlighting and stuff typically when the paint is wet, but I'm not going to here. So don't get stressed that the etching stops right here. Just pretend that you know where the leaf is. So what'd you say, Marie?
I said, goodness, I'm gonna scare away your viewers with my.
No, they've had me here with COVID. Okay,
Donna,
so
sorry.
go ahead.
Donna says that this is her 3rd year getting the boo box and it's a must-have. She says also the first boo box I bought 2 years ago was the first thing that she bought for you outside of the paint party.
Aw, that is so exciting.
Is Donna on the VIP list?
I think she must be. She must be. So the regular list gets a single email a week, and everyone else gets like 3 more or something like that. I don't remember how it cuts up. And some are just emails that are like, this is how you do this hack. And some are like, here's a special coupon. But once a month we have a VIP coupon, you know. And I don't want to tell somebody that, you know, I didn't want to insult somebody like, oh, why aren't I on your VIP list? I bought all your lives. And I'm like, yeah, but you're not in the right software. And go over here and click, open and click. And then just every week, open one, click on it. Okay, I don't know if you can see from the camera that those are 2 different oranges. And then as I go to the outside, I'm going to add some red to my Harley Davidson orange. We'll go with that. Just add some of our red that we make. There we go. Sometimes we have freebies just for our VIP list. Okay, I noticed that when I did this side, I have some bald spots because I wasn't letting the paint dry enough. I keep stepping on that cord. It sounds like I had beans for lunch. Oh my gosh. Even though I know to do that, I still was rushing it. I feel like the pumpkin takes a while. This is where the extra mojito comes in. If you're new and you're like, what is she talking about? She's pushing the booze. I assign difficulty by how many mojitos it would take you. Because I just don't really like the margaritas. They're too sugary. And you can make a skinny girl mojito. Okay, so you can kind of see one is reddish, one is Harley Davidson orange, and one is the clementine. They're streaky right now. That's okay. I gave the center a second coat, and that's why it's not as streaky. And if it's gonna bother you, go ahead and take that green. Cover your leaf, though it has a piece that covers it. That made no sense. Cover it, but it's gonna be covered. Does that make sense? This piece is going to pop on there. Like that. It's gonna cover it exactly. All right, so let's let that dry for a second. Let's work on our, what are we calling this? Sunflower. Okay, so there's a couple things I do on sunflowers to give them just a little bit of a kick. Make sure you're dry before you put it down. I make it a little feathery right where the petals meet the center. And then I like to use a lot of the colors that are around inside the center. Okay, so here we go. You could give it another coat of brown. I'm not gonna for this purpose. And you're gonna need a fine paintbrush as well as a little daughter. Okay, so I'm gonna come in with probably black, and all I'm gonna do to get that feathery look is right where the circle meets the petal, I'm gonna put a little dash. It's almost like a hairy little, like just think a little brush stroke. You guys see that? It's just a little brush stroke.
Ellen says that she gets a cast off of her hand and arm tomorrow.
Oh, thank goodness. Yay, thank goodness. I'm so excited.
I think Mr. John just walked in the door.
No way, I was gonna have him get pizza. Tell him to get his butt back outside. He was supposed to.
Give the people what they want.
Get the pizza. They want pizza. They don't want a hangry Kelly soup. So it looks a little hairy, but just trust me a little bit and stick with me. And honestly, if you hate that, that's fine. You know, it's just, I'm just giving you the pointers I use. Makes it a little whimsical. Hey babe, is that you? Either that or we have a, somebody just walked in that doesn't belong here. Okay, so that's the outside. That's what I like to do. Then I'll flip my paintbrush over. You can use one of these bad boys if you want to. This one might actually be too big. Find a surface you like the size. I'm gonna dip in. Hey babe, I give you a mooches, but I'm recording. Okay.
That's all right, I swear, right behind all your followers. They got it. Go.
Give the people what they
Get
want.
the people. All right, everyone.
For the Joe.
Oh my gosh, that's exactly what she said. Everyone say bye to Sabrina. Thanks for helping out, Sabrina.
Bye, guys.
Okay. Then I come clean it off, come in with some yellow. Boom, boom, boom. If it's color mixing and it's really driving you nuts, let it dry.
Let her dry.
But I'm a big color mixing person. Teal would look really good in that. You can put some green. I find that a little white is okay. A lot of people over blend it instead of just drop and forget. And then it makes one crazy color. So I'm gonna come in with some cream. Hi, babe.
Has she been reading the comments?
Yeah, she's been doing a great job.
Okay.
And then I was gonna have you pick up pizza for dinner, but you didn't get back to me on if you got an earlier flight or not.
Yeah, I
Okay.
kind of ran. Miss Pat says, feel better, Sabrina. Ellen says, bye, Bree. Donna says, bye, Sabrina. Hello, Joan.
Oh, good grief. That was a little bit crazy.
She said it just like that. I could tell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She had a little sassy for us. Okay.
Miss Ellen's like, hey, child.
There you go. That's how I do
You
my
got a little
sunflower.
twine tonight.
May I ask why?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, while I'm there, I'm going to grab some white and do my birdie eye. Bird eye, bird eye. One dot. Here I go. Ah, not too high, not too low. Ta-da. Yeah, right. Okay. And short of doing the last of, the bird. Yeah, right. John's in the house. Yay. Yay.
Pat says this is her favorite sunflower ever right there.
Oh, come on, Pat.
She did. I'm not making it up.
I put a little love on this wing. Not in the butt. On the butt. That might be too much love on the butt. Okay. Donna. Hey, Donna, I got a question for you. I teach at Colfax tomorrow. It's been a year. I can't remember how much further past Spangle it's going to take me to drive. I just remember last year I kept going, are we there yet?
No.
Are we there
No.
yet? Are we there yet?
So
Okay.
how far from here to Colfax?
Yeah, well, no,
Colfax.
from Spangle, because I know it's a half hour exactly for me to Spangle, to one of my paint party places.
It is the way I drive. The way you drive is like
Oh my gosh.
20 minutes.
Maybe.
Crazy,
Maybe. Okay, so I'm gonna go in, we're gonna start. Everything needs a second coat, but it will go fast.
Double-sided.
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 So it's pretty cute. I mean, I get that it's not everybody's cup of tea. But
No, it's
sometimes I'm gonna be selfish, it's gonna be something I want just for me.
I like it.
Good.
I like it muy mucho.
So,
Was the size better? Because we didn't talk about it after.
I think it's better, right? But I felt like it was missing like a leaf, this leaf for the second side.
Donna says 40.
40.
It wasn't missing no leaf.
40 more minutes past Spangle. So if I gave myself an hour and a half to get there, half hour to set up, half hour to get lost.
What leaf are you missing?
I didn't bring it over here. It's over there. I just noticed when I pulled it out of the cutter that it didn't have everything for both sides.
Oh, bull bucky.
That's true. It's true. I'm mixing a little orange with that Harley Davidson.
Miss Christie
I'm sorry.
says she sprinkled.
Hey,
That says
Christy.
She sprinkled and sprinkled and sprinkled and sprinkled.
She sprinkled and sprinkled and
Sprinkled and
sprinkled.
sprinkled and sprinkled.
Okay, there we go. So now I'm just going to use, you can use a regular paintbrush if you want, because remember the flat ones don't like to do curves. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to come in,
40-ish minutes.
and what I did was I took the cream, and I took some off, okay? And while it was wet, I just kind of ran, whoop. If you don't like to do that, you could try a paint pen, but it'd have to be kind of fat. You can do a paintbrush.
Donna wants to know where in Colfax it is.
At the fairgrounds.
That's the fairgrounds.
I'm going to be at the fairgrounds.
You're just going to eat their full out, not their, what's it called?
Funnel cake?
Funnel cake.
The fair's not more actually there, babe. It's pre-fair. They're pre-gaming.
Pre-gaming?
Yeah. So I'm just coming in. If you don't like it, bring in some more paint.
No.
Blend it.
Why are you doing it different than the other side?
No, I'm doing about the same. I'm doing it about the same. And then I did bring this darker color. Remember that darker color I made? You can also bring in some brown, but I used some red and darkened up my orange. And I just came in here. So the way it works is you want, in order to make that a little 3D-ish, you want to make one side.
Hold on. Wait, there was a question. Pat says, was it a wet brush? Do it again.
Okay. Yeah, it's slightly wet, but not really, but it doesn't have a lot of paint. So I'm dry brushing, but if I have to thin down the paint a little bit, I go ahead and do that. Okay, so let me go ahead and do it here.
Dennis is planning on another, say, 50 minutes. Because you're further west.
From Spangle?
Jeez.
Okay.
Plan on 50 minutes from
From
Spangle.
Spangle. Okay.
Yeah. Pat's got it. She's like, thumbs up.
Okay.
Thumbs up, lady shorts.
Who's Lady Shorts? Pat or me?
You.
Me?
Well,
Ding! Okay. Okay.
good gravy.
I was thinking, I know, what kind of show are we putting on here? I was thinking that we probably would be the last time you get to see my pasty white legs. You guys will be into yoga pants soon.
Me too.
Hoping and praying that last year's models fit. Oh, that was a little fat. So I'm just coming in here, I'm just gonna highlight a little bit. This one's a little boring to me compared to the other side, so I'm gonna come in with some yellow. Streak it in there.
3 minutes, streaker.
Streaker, oh, I wanted to put it together too.
Well,
All right, okay, just keep playing to your heart's content. I did bring in some help me out here, some gold. Gold you can't see till it dries, but you can see it here. Just running in some yellow. Whoop, that's not a big deal. Have a good time. Have a good time. It's a pumpkin. It's a pumpkin.
holy cow.
What?
Pat says it was 102 there today with 112, 115 heat index.
Okay, so with, you would definitely put some highlights in your loop-de-loo, like I did. Some dark ones and some light ones. I'm not gonna do that right now because we wanna put this together real quick. So, pretend like it's dry. Pretend like I painted it all. Pretend like I painted both sides and that I did my green thing. Okay, I pulled out some what I consider super glue from the dollar store. I know, right? Okay. So I'm so glad you're here for this. Would you,
Wedgie?
before you did the above braces, would you put both sides on?
Because how do you hold up the other end of it?
I don't know, magic stuff. Okay, so this isn't my normal glue. This is the dollar store super glue. It's called wood glue, and it pretty much is instantaneous. Oopsie. I know a piece goes on top of that, so I'm not worried about it too much.
You are correct.
Okay, there are two sides. Paint them. I did not yet. Okay, and we're gonna glue them together. Let's just do that now. Whoop. Oh yeah, use your finger super glue. What could possibly go wrong? Use your chip clip if you needed to. Gosh, we could have done that earlier tonight. Okay.
Line it up.
Huh?
Line it up. You moved it.
Oh, darn it. I am not. Don't hire me to build your house, people. Okay. I mean, what shape would it be when we're all done? I can't even imagine. I cannot even imagine. Well, Christy, I'll get to see you. I don't know if you're still on. I'll get to see you tomorrow night at Colfax. I'm totally bringing your biggie box.
Oh shoot, I guess I better cut it.
It's caught.
I'm teasing.
It's sitting there.
I'm
Yeah.
teasing.
Well, you were at your day job. The girls got after it.
Oh, that terrifies me.
Well, you should be.
I gotta go see
Were,
what's broke.
were the lights supposed to be purple and green? Okay. So you're saying I should go ahead and do this. So I'm going to line it up.
Well, wait.
What?
No.
Oh, this piece
Yes.
goes on next. Sorry, folks. This piece goes on next. It should be painted. Mine is not. I'm sensing a theme here. Now, honestly, when I took my photo, I didn't put this in, and it's just a decorative piece that holds your flameless candle. But honestly, here's my thought on it, is if yours is bigger than this hole, there's got to be a joke there somewhere. I know he's already giggling. Okay, it's not. But if you got it and it's too big, then you don't want this piece anyway. But maybe, does it add any support, babe?
Well, it'll stiffen it up.
Okay. Jokes. Okay. Here we go. So all I did was, can you guys see that? I'm trying to get my head out of the way. Big old head. So you're saying I would put these on before I put this on.
Miss
Okay.
Christy says she's excited to meet you in person.
Yeah.
Just sent her granddaughter home. She's looking forward to some downtime tomorrow. Pat says you don't get to build her house, but you can come paint it. Well,
That's probably a much better option. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we're finally giving this house a little bit of love, and you would be surprised. Normally I am all about color, but because the walls are so dry and chalky, I'm actually putting a pretty light color on it right now, knowing I'll come back and we'll color this stuff.
Oh,
You know.
monkey lover.
You know how I am. I gotta have some color in my life.
Papa.
Some what?
Papa.
Papa Cola.
Papa color.
Papa Cola. We're gonna get him a t-shirt, girls. Papa Cola. Okay. Ta-da. So super simple. Also, the wheels will be too thick. They'll be too ply. Okay, so here's your little tag slot.
Papa color.
Okay, so now we're too thick. Too thick. Two.
Fly when I cry.
Oh, what show is that? Oh, The Very Odd Parents?
Yep.
Man, we watched way too many cartoons. Way too many. So I don't need to glue this because I would, oh, I guess I could because it would actually just, well, just put that anywhere. It would stick to my sunflower. Okay. Ta-da.
Come on, Papa color.
Ta-da. Okay, here we go. Yeah, before it sets, no kidding. Okay, gotta line it up.
Good gravy.
I know, oh my gosh. I don't know how to line it up, babe. I'm trying. It's probably...
Tab A, slot B, lady, let's
Okay,
go.
there it is, there it is, there it is. Okay. Okay, oops, it's not on because of my sunflower, I think. Hold on, I might need a little help. Oh, I'm just not getting that. I'm not selling it, am I, ladies?
Put the tab in the hole, lady. There
we
you go.
Oh, wait for the click. Click it or tick it. Click it or tick it. Okay. So, when you're done, this would be painted. Mine is not. Huh? Oh, why?
Well, because they can see the finish side.
Well, I'm showing them these.
Oh.
I just wanted to show
Never
you.
mind then.
Yeah, never mind.
Never mind.
And mine's is the short candle because the tall candle was too tall. Okay.
Put it in there and turn it on. We'll see it.
Oh, good grief! It looks like
That's what I heard to
this.
click. No, stick it.
Oh, shoot.
Good gravy.
Oh no.
You
Okay.
just wanted to
Oh,
line it up again.
I have to line it up again. Did it click?
It clicked.
Okay. So honestly, I should have just turned it over to do this. Okay. So I have my weighted bags of rice bags.
Oh.
Ta-da! But it has to be dry. Your stuff has to be dry, or you're gonna have rice everywhere. Just to weight it down.
That's genius. Are those my socks?
They're clean. They're clean socks. This one is Inika. I don't know. It's Alice Wonderland socks. I don't know. It might be your rice. Okay. So here you go. And then all I'm gonna do is put all this good stuff together. I'm just gonna show you how it goes since I have a minute. Okay. That goes there. The canopy.
Yeah, what leaf are you missing there?
Not on this one, on the one that you cut me, the bigger one. So remember, this is the smaller one he made me. Yours will be a little larger. This covers, how did it go?
Like that?
It swoops up. It swoops up and there's two on this side. Okay, so, ta-da. You don't want to hang it so low that you can't be level. But I did notice that this only kind of really went one way, so you got to keep spinning it until it works, until you're happy with it. Ta-da! 2 more wheels. You want to line those up because if not, it'll look like that. Line them up.
15 wheels.
How do you know that song?
You played it a million times.
I doubt it. That's a little twangy for me. All right. So I won't pick it up because it's not glued, but that's how it looks. It actually went together pretty quick. So tell me, do you feel like it needs a assembly instruction sheet included? Give me, say yes or no. Keep it easy. Hey, Dewana.
Pat says it's not as complicated as I thought.
But you watched it.
Not only no, but heck no.
Yeah, but you watched it. Now, some of you.
Dewana says yes.
Okay, some of your ladies at a paint party, though, you know, they had a little bit too much iced tea.
Joanne says no. Judy says no.
Okay. How about this?
Christy says you don't probably need it.
How about I make it available on the website, like where you purchase the product? I could probably do hey, here's a PDF you could download if I could figure it. If John could figure out how to do that.
Somebody just said, I keep saying I don't need this, but
It's so cute. And then the idea of making that Cinderella blue is so adorable. I want to pick this up, but I shan't. Okay, so let me just hi. Okay, flipping around so I can say bye to you guys. Okay, so I hope you liked it. I thought it came out really cute. 2 mojitos, probably. I was thinking 1.5, but with the assembly, I'm going to say this is a 2 mojito project. So
that sounds good. Are we mojitos?
no. Personally, I probably wouldn't be able to get it together if I had the mojitos first, but maybe it could be a reward system. Thanks for watching tonight. If you have any questions, just reach out and let me know. Bye.
Okay, bye.